Hey guys, welcome back to Simply You. Be here, be real, be you with Carly Basham. Thank you all so much again for tuning in this week. I'm so excited to have you guys back. I hope your all's week has been smooth. I hope it's been good, successful, and I just cannot thank you all enough for joining me here on this lovely Sunday. So without further ado, welcome back to Simply You. Guys, I am so freaking excited to get into today's episode. Today's episode is going to look and sound a little bit different because today we're going to be doing a Q&A because I was really thinking about it and I feel like I talk to you guys, obviously, with myself or with my guests, but whenever it comes down to you all just being able to know my story more, kind of what I think more about, more like the day-to-day things, I think we really haven't gone into that much, and I really want you guys to see that side of me and also just be able to connect with me and just relate, because I feel like I am the goofiest person ever, but I just have not really shown that side of myself on the show yet. So that's been a really big goal for me kind of going forward, is to just show my personality more and also just have you guys get to know myself personally more, whether or not it's my own experiences or just what I'm thinking. So we're gonna do a little Q&A today. I'm super excited to get into it. Ooh, these questions are good, you guys. These questions are so good. And also, I should preface this before we get into it. If you ever have a question for me, or if you need advice, or if you want my opinion, or if you want to hear a story time from me, literally just go to my Instagram, DM me, and I would be happy to do so, because that's my favorite thing ever, is to answer your all's questions. And these questions that you all gave me are literally so good, so I'm so excited to get into it. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there, that if you all ever do have questions for me, they can be as big, small, non-serious, or deep as possible. Let me know, and I got y'all. That's my favorite thing to do. But anyways, let's get into this Q&A with KB. Let's get it. Okay, for starters, first question. You seem like you could talk to anyone. Has that ever gotten you into a funny situation or awkward one? Actually, yes, which this is crazy. My friends always tell me how much I can literally talk to anybody. It does not matter who they are, what they do, if they're old, young, homeless, the richest man alive. I just love talking to people. And I think part of it is because I just am so interested, and I just get so infatuated with trying to learn about people's lives and their stories. And for me, it doesn't matter what it looks like. I just want to slow down and just understand. There is nothing that interests me more than being able to just literally sit back and listen to someone's story, or hear what they think about something. So I feel also that kind of goes into why I just love connecting with people and why I'm so outgoing in that way, because I don't know, it's as soon as I see somebody who interests me, I'm let me go ask them something. I don't know. But anyways, that being said, yes, it has definitely gotten me into funny and awkward situations too, though. I would say this isn't really awkward, but it's just stuff like this even. I travel a lot. I love to travel. So I'm flying a lot, right? And I will sit next to these people and we'll start off just talking to each other. And by the end of the flight, I have literally had people ask for my number, and then they still text me to this day trying to set me up with people in their family. It's just crazy stuff like that, where it's it's never just a one, okay, it is sometimes a one-time conversation, but the ones that I think really stick with me and I think are funny to me is the fact that I still have these strangers and these random people texting me about their nephews and these it's just crazy to me. So I would say that definitely, because how do I just sit next to someone on a flight and then now she's continuously texting me after months trying to hook me up with her nephew? What the fuck? Ooh, what's something people totally get wrong about you when they first meet you? The first thing that came to my mind was that people think I'm like super mean or intimidating. And like, I get this literally almost every single time that someone has ever met me and then slowly became like friends with me. They always tell me that they were intimidated by me or that they thought that I was mean before. And I don't know, it's like whenever I hear this, it's honestly like mind-boggling to me because like if you genuinely have a conversation with me, like do not get me wrong. I can be serious and like I do handle my business, like I do not play about my business. But like I am like the goofiest motherfucker ever. And like when I tell you like yes, I handle my business, but like the way I handle it, like I'm still goofy and like I still talk how I talk and everything. And like I don't know, I feel like just because the way that I move I think intimidates people, truthfully. I always move like I'm on a mission, you know, and that's just because I move with a lot of intention. I always have a purpose behind what I'm doing right now, just because I'm doing and going after so many big things that I want to accomplish in my life that like there's no choice but for me to move with that intent. And I think whenever you do start to move with intention and with purpose, again, like your entire body language changes. It's like your tone changes, it's just, I think it's more intense. And I think intensity can often scare people. But that's where, I don't know, I've been kind of like telling myself too that if my intensity is too much for people, it's not for them. Because I don't know, I think whenever you're truly moving with intent and purpose and like you are on a mission, like you are not going to stop until you accomplish and get done what you say that you're going to get done. It's hardcore. Like it is legit hardcore, and that is why I think sometimes people find me so intimidating or mean, because I can be hardcore in ways where, like, one, I don't take bullshit. I will hold myself accountable. I will hold other people accountable. I will say my mind. But that being said too, though, like I have so much fucking fun while I'm doing all these things. But I think that can scare people sometimes, and like that intensity, that directness. It is honestly so much easier to live in kind of like a la-la land, or not even just go through the motions, but just do a lot of lollygagging throughout your day rather than doing the opposite. And I feel like that's where, like with me in my life, with just how I am in the stage of life that I'm in right now, I honestly don't have time for a lot of lollygagging. Like I don't really dilly-dally around as much as I love dilly-dallying. Do not get me wrong. Whenever I like, go out and travel with my girls, that is like all we do is dilly-dally. But like majority of my life right now, it's not even that like I do plan out my days very strategically to make sure that I do complete all the things that I need to get done. But it's more so like, say that I have like an extra 20 minutes, right? Instead of using those 20 minutes just to like stare off or just to like scroll on my phone or something, I just want to use that 20 minutes to like do something else productive. And I think that I have really seen myself becoming a very productive woman and a very productive person with my time and my free time, especially. Like part of that, honestly, I think is because I have spent so much of my life not taking action and having all these ideas and visions and thoughts, but just never going for them and never actually acting on them. So now that I'm in this point right now where I'm just so driven and I'm just determined right now, like I would say that I am the most determined in my life right now. And I think that has to do with a few things. One, more so being like, I feel like I've just always had so many visions and goals and ideas come to my head, but I've never actually taken action whenever I've had them, right? And now that I'm to a point where I like truly know that if I would have taken action sooner, I probably would be closer to my goals right now, you know? But that being said, we can't go back. I think that we can just learn from it. And what that taught me was that as soon as I have an idea, I want to take action on it. I don't want that vision, that idea to go to waste. So I don't know, like now that I'm more in that type of mind frame, whenever I do have free time, I just want to use that free time to be as productive as possible. But anyways, I would say, yeah, most people get it twisted that I am intimidating, but I promise you guys, like have one conversation with me and you will realize Like, it's like, yes, I'm serious whenever it comes to getting shit done, but I'm not serious whenever it comes to just life and just talking in general. Like, I'm just the goofiest motherfucker that you'll ever meet. Just so I would say, yeah, that for sure. What's a weirdly specific thing that instantly gives you peace? Ooh, tanning in the driveway. This is weird, okay, but stay with me here. Specifically tanning in the driveway because, do not get me wrong, I love being on the beach. I love being on the pool. Like, I will never, ever, ever pass that up. But, like, I don't know, one, like, you're still, like, around people, and it's more of a hassle. And I think for me, whenever I get to tan in my driveway, and, like, oh my God, it's like just being able to look up and seeing the trees in the sun and just knowing that no one is going to fucking bother you. And then I think that the part for me that brings me the most peace is the fact that I know that as soon as I'm done tanning, I can literally just walk into my house and get my ass in that shower. Oh my God! Like, you cannot beat it. Whereas, like, the pool and beach, again, do not get me wrong, I would never turn down the beach or pool. But it's like, you have to walk back, that walk from the beach to land is a fucking hassle. And even from, which again, like, I love walks, and this is not even me complaining, but I would say that is something very weird that gives me peace. Because I just have zero worry, concern, thoughts at all. And it's just a seamless transition, I think, from tanning to showering. That, I think, is the part that gives me the most peace and instant peace, instant serotonin. What's one thing that you have unlearned recently? I feel like I've been unlearning a lot of my old ways and habits recently, truthfully. I would say how I feel my emotions. I've always been the type of person where, you know, it's like I understand what I'm feeling. I can talk about what I'm feeling, but truly allowing myself to feel my emotion, that's where I've struggled with. And it's odd because I am truly such a deep empath. I feel people's emotions so heavily, but whenever it comes to my own emotions, I just suppress them and I try to brush them off and just keep this strong woman, this strong persona that I have, and just trying to be people's rocks, you know? But I don't know, I think that I've always just been the type of person who suppresses my emotions rather than truly feeling them, you know, just trying to stay strong and just have this front that I have my life set out and that my life is all put together, you know, kind of more so like that fake it till you make it mindset. But I've honestly been really trying to flip that switch and feel every emotion that comes my way. I've just found and seen that whenever I suppress my emotions, they always come up. They always come up and they affect me in bigger ways than honestly they probably would if I would just feel them and handle them right then and there. So that's just where I think, as I've been trying to learn to control my emotions and respond and not just react by them, it's really challenged myself to just sit with them and not brush them off, not belittle them, not tell myself that they're something smaller than what they are. Be like, no, what I'm feeling is fucking heavy, it's deep, it's hard, and just letting myself cry, letting myself feel. It has honestly helped me so much, just release all the tension. I've been really trying to work on regulating my nervous system too. And I think just that release of those dark emotions that we have inside of us, it's so freeing and it just is so helpful. So I think that that's probably one of the biggest things that I've been trying to unlearn is just not bottling everything up, you know? It's okay to cry, it's okay to scream, it's okay to feel like I'm losing my fucking mind for a second, and trusting that that release is gonna feel a hell of a lot better than it does just trying to hold it all in. Because that's where too, like, I would feel myself just holding in all of these big emotions, and my body just felt so tense all the time, and I felt myself just trying to constantly bring myself down, and I just really just wanted to feel level. You know, I wanted to feel grounded. I wanted my nervous system to more so just tell myself that my emotions are okay to feel. That's something that is so hard for me to honestly grasp and accept. I constantly find myself trying to belittle what I'm feeling, telling myself that it's not a big deal, telling myself that it's fine, you got that, you're strong, you'll get through it, it's over with, rather than truly acknowledging and being like, that shit was fucking hard. Like, you really just went through something that was hard. And truly, since I've been doing that, it has helped my relationship with myself so much. And it's weird because I honestly feel so much more confident since I've been allowing myself to feel these emotions. I feel a lot more confident actually than I did whenever I was just bottling everything up. And I think whenever I was bottling up all of those emotions, my persona and aura and the way that I was trying to channel my confidence was more so through intensity and rage and fierceness. And now that I've been truly feeling my emotions, I've been catching myself channeling my confidence through more softness and sexiness, and like, I don't know, it just feels so good. Like, I've never felt more sexy, I've never felt more feminine and soft, but also so fucking sure of who I am and the woman that I'm becoming. It's just great. What's something that used to define you but doesn't anymore? Hands down, sports. That's like the first thing that comes to me. I literally, my whole entire life, I would let sports define me, like, in every way, shape, or form. Whenever someone would ask, who am I? What do I do? Oh, I'm an athlete. Oh, I play volleyball. I do this. But it was never just truly about who I was. Like, I never once was like, oh, I'm Carly Basham. Which is crazy because now whenever someone asks me, like, who I am, that's literally all I say is, I'm Carly Basham. Like, I don't say, oh, I'm a volleyball player. I play for Washington State. I play for Texas A&M. I'm a libero. It's like, none of that fucking matters to me. But there was a point where I was so wrapped around in volleyball that even whenever I was going out in my social life, I still was latching on to sports. Like, that's all that I would use. That's all that I would, like, it was literally my fucking personality trait was just sports and being an athlete. Oh my God, I'm an athlete. I'm like, no one fucking cares. Okay, sorry, that's harsh. People obviously care that you are an athlete. For my athletes out there, obviously, you all inspire so many people. We all do. People who have been a part of sports, who spent their lives dedicating themselves to their sports, do not take that lightly, right? We added so much value, and you are so important to so many people and your fans. But I think whenever it comes down to real life and like the big grand scheme of things, like, you are not your sport, literally at all. And I think now that I've taken a step back from sports and I'm really starting to create my name for myself within my careers that I have right now in sales and my mentorship and training with this podcast and with like my fashion content, it's so crazy to me because I have these different areas of my careers that I'm really trying to go after and creating my name and brand for myself, and it's really going well. But it's even like the feeling that I have though, I don't latch myself onto those things. Like, whenever I'm talking to somebody, I don't instantly say that I'm a podcast host or that I'm in sales or that I do fashion content or that I am a mentor and that I train girls, you know? Like, it honestly doesn't even cross my mind. Now, more so what I go to is just who I know that I am, you know? That I'm outgoing, that I love to meet people, that I love connection, that I love to learn, that I love to know the why behind things, that I love to have fun, that I love to dance, you know? It's like, those things are the things that I'm going to talk about. It's not my work, it's not my career, it's not what I'm going after. It is truly what makes up me, given. Yes, does my career, does that impact, does that shape my life? Does that shape who I am in some degree? Absolutely. Hands down, no question. But does that dictate and define who I am? Fuck no, you know? And I think just having that distinction, it is truly so freeing, because now, like, as soon as I'm done with one part of my career or with one of those areas of my life, I really don't think twice about it. You know, I mean, that being said, I'll get these ideas, whether it's content ideas or podcast topics or things for my sales that I could be doing, like with my clients on site and stuff like that, and I'll go in either my notes or in my journal and type it or write it down. But as far as the conversations that I'm having and what I'm doing and even who I'm choosing to be around, it's just so different. It's truly so different. And I think whenever you get wrapped up into the sports world, it's so easy for you to think that that's it, and that you are on top of this mountain and that you're doing this and that third. But like, once you're out of it, it's just so different. Because yes, it's like you lose more so like that title, that caliber that you have of being an athlete. You lose just all of that comes with being an athlete. Because you do get great benefits. Do not get me wrong. You do get great benefits from being an athlete. You know, like, you get treated very, very nicely. You get a lot of free things. You get to work with really cool brands. You have fans. You just get to do a lot of things, which is great. But I think where we don't realize being an athlete is that it can sometimes trap you into thinking that that is your entire life and that's all that you are. You know, whenever you wake up every single day from start to finish, you eat, sleep, breathe your sport, you don't realize how much more of life that you truly are missing. And again, I think that you can have a balance, you know? I mean, like, that's why you have an off season. Yes, I mean, like, you do have to be able to train in your off season too, but I think that you can have that balance. But I think being able to have that balance, you actually have to set intention to have that balance, because again, it can just be so consuming. So anyways, I would say sports definitely do not define me anymore. What's something you thought you would have figured out by now, but you absolutely do not? I honestly feel like my entire life, truthfully, which is crazy, because growing up, I always thought that by the time I was like 24, 25, I would have my life figured out, like, as far as like my partner, my kids, my house, like where I'm living, my career, literally all of it, right? And that could not be further from the reality of the situation, truthfully. But more specifically, I would say probably my love life and where I want to live. My love life, literally, I could have sworn and died on the hill that I would have had my partner, my boyfriend by now. But that sure as hell is not the case. So I would say my love life and, where I want to live. I've really been going back and forth, because whenever I do choose to move, I want to either buy myself a house or an apartment. So now I've just been trying to figure out where exactly that's going to be. I've narrowed it down to my top 3 cities that I want to go to. But by now I had already assumed that I would have already had my house and lived in the city that I chose. So I would say my love life and where I want to live, I absolutely thought that I would have that locked down by now, but that could not be further from the reality of the situation. So it's okay. Do you miss the competitiveness of college sports, or does training your girls and building the brands give you that same type of fire? You know, it's crazy, because whenever I finally took that step away from sports, literally there was probably like 6 to 7 months where I was like yearning to try to find that passion again. I felt that fire in me, because again, for those of you all who know me as a player or who have seen me, you all know, like, I was a very feisty, competitive, fierce, passionate player, right? Like, I was very intense and just had like a lot of fire beneath me. And I mean, like, I still do, but for me, it was so hard to find different areas and avenues where I could channel that same level of drive and passion and fire. I couldn't find the outlet for it, I guess. Like, I still, I've worked out and did all of that, but it didn't bring me the level of fire and drive that I still felt while playing. Up until I decided to mentor and train girls. And when I tell you guys, like, the fire and love and passion that I have for the sport has never been greater in my whole entire life, being able to mentor and train these girls. Like, and I would have never honestly expected that, but it's just like, not only like seeing it click, which that makes me light up, because I mean, my girls try so damn hard too every single day. They are such badass kids and people. But so I guess one, seeing it click for them, like seeing them fail and fail forward and just continue showing up and trying these new moves and, making their bodies be uncomfortable and just staying, just living in the uncomfortable feeling to try to get better, to try to fix their move, to try to fix that step, to fix whatever it is that they're working on. And then seeing it click for them and just seeing them get it and seeing their eyes light up whenever they do feel it, and then seeing it just start to get more consistent. Like, I mean, guys, that feeling and seeing that is priceless. Like, it truly is priceless, because I mean, like, as their mentor and trainer, like, I see them work their asses off. I see them get frustrated. I see them get defeated and feel super defeated. But I also see them keep trying. Even whenever they do not want to, they literally keep trying. And for me, like, that fires me the fuck up. I'm like, that makes me want to go even harder for them. And then it's like, as soon as they're going hard and I'm going hard, and then it just starts to click for them, and you're starting to see that they're getting in that flow state, right? They're just, it's like, at that point, they're not thinking, they're just moving. They're feeling it, they're getting consistent, they're starting, it's like their shoulders are going back, their chin's coming up, like they're starting to like walk with like a little bit of swagger. That is what fires me the fuck up. And I don't know, it's like, I felt that, and I think that that's part of where that feistiness and that fierceness came whenever I did play. But seeing it with these girls, it's so enhanced for me, because it's so special, And not only that, I think seeing these girls gain so much confidence and so much resiliency in what they're doing, like, it's literally priceless. It is literally priceless, because I just see these girls that I'm mentoring and training, and it literally feels like an army of badass women who are confident, who know their worth, who have an insane work ethic, and who will not stop until they succeed, And these girls, like, they dream big too. They do not make themselves small. They keep their dreams big. They keep their visions big. They talk with such excitement, and it's just awesome. So yeah, I would say training and mentoring those girls definitely does still light that fire beneath my ass, because they're awesome. Ooh, you're starting to build your fashion and influencer brand. What's been the hardest part about putting yourself out there in that way? I would say believing that I can do it. For me, it's not really a matter of believing that I'm meant for it. That's something where I truly just know and feel in my bones that I am meant to have a presence, to be able to influence and impact others. I just feel it in my bones. I don't know what way, how it looks like, but I do know for a fact that that is going to happen. I think for me, it's more so just believing that I can do it. That's something that I've really been struggling with, which is crazy, because like throughout my day-to-day life, like I will see and get these reinforcements all the time that I can do it and that I do have this influence and impact on people's lives, and especially with like my fashion content, like, and just, like wearing like my cute little outfits and everything, whether it's going on my client meetings or just going out with like my friends. Like, I have literally had people stop me on the sidewalk and being like, "This isn't your runway, girl. Hold on a second," and then made me like strut down. Like, it's just like fun little moments like that where like I feel the way that I walk. I feel the way that I carry myself. It's not a matter of fact of if I believe I'm meant for it. I truly believe I am. I truly believe that I will do it, but for some reason, it's hard for me to believe that I can do it. It's hard for me to believe that I can get there. It's such a process to build your personal brand, especially online, because I think that there's so many of us chasing that life and chasing that platform and chasing that presence. And, you know, we're all just trying to find our niche and our target audience and finding the people who we can truly impact and add value to. And so for me, it's like I truly see that and I recognize that. And there's so many people out there who are honestly doing a lot better job than I am at fashion content, at connection and relatability and podcasts, or just speaking your mind, or just putting yourself out there. You know, I think that actually I know that there is a lot more people who are doing a much better job than me. But I'm just trying to convince myself that it doesn't matter how long it takes, just continuously believing that you're meant for it. Something else that I do struggle with is that whenever I do put myself out there, I'm always losing followers. Like, whether or not it's on my personal account or, you know, TikTok or Instagram, whenever I post, I'm always just losing followers. And I think for me, it's really hard not to get sucked into the likes and the following, because it's like I know that obviously it does play a factor, especially with what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to create with my audience. You know, it's like that does play a part to an extent, because it helps you find your niche and your target audience, and it helps you monetize, and it just helps you get exposure, you know, especially for just what I'm trying to accomplish and what I'm trying to build and create. I want to try to create as big of a community, as tight-knit of a community as possible, right? And that's not easy. It's sure as hell not easy, but I have been really, really, really trying to not get caught up in the numbers and really trying to focus on the actual impacts that I'm trying to give, right? Just really trusting that the numbers, the data, that's going to come. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It's not really, for me, I think I've been shifting the question of, it's not a matter of fact of if it's gonna happen for me, it's a matter of fact of when it's gonna happen for me. And making that flip, kind of reframing that, has given me so much confidence in just what I'm doing, and just given me so much confidence to just go after it, truthfully. Ooh, do you travel more to escape or to connect? Because I told you, I love to travel. I travel as much as I can. I would say both, to be honest. I would say I travel to escape my work, because whenever I work, guys, like I just work 24/7. Okay, not really 24/7, but like I'm just always doing something. Like I said, like if I have 20 minutes, I'm going to use that 20 minutes to post for Simply You, or to post on my personal account, or to come up with new topic ideas, or, you know, just like do something, right? So I think for me, whenever I do travel, that is truly the time where I allow myself to detach from my work. You know, like I still will post online, but I think as far as scheduling or, you know, handling my emails and doing like that sort of stuff, that's what I use traveling to escape for. But with that being said, I also use traveling to connect. I think for me, whenever I travel, I want to experience so much that the connection is almost like inevitable for me. Because whenever I travel, like I want to experience their culture, the people, the food, the places, the music, like all of it, right? Like I want the full experience from start to finish. And I think by truly getting the full experience, you have to be open to connection. You have to be open to making those random connections with those strangers on the street, or with your waiter, or, you know, going out and trying like a new dish or going to hear some new music. And it's just like, it's things like that where I think being open and allowing yourself to connect, for me, like that's what makes me feel so free. So I would say both. I would say I use traveling to escape work, but I use traveling to also connect with the world around me. Last question, best question. Oh, I love this question. Who keeps you grounded when you start to feel lost in the hustle? Easy, my best friend. Hands down, my best friend. I hustle a lot. I'm a hustler. I know that. I don't stop. I rarely slow down. But whenever I do need to slow down, whenever I feel myself needing to reconnect and ground myself, my best friend always brings me back. She keeps me 10 toes down. She reminds me what's important. She reminds me what my goals are. She keeps me confident. She keeps the belief in myself. There's not one day that goes by that she does not tell me that I'm going to achieve what I want to. There's not one day that goes by that she does not give me confidence. There's not one day that goes by that she does not keep me grounded, truthfully. Like, if it were not for my best friend, you guys, I don't know where I would be, truthfully. I know for a fact that I would not be here. I would not be sitting in this chair right now, that's for sure. So, for sure, no doubt, no brainer, my best friend. That was so fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. We will for sure start to do these at least once a month is my goal, because I just love sharing my stories, my input, my opinions to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you all enjoy your Sunday, enjoy your day, have a lovely week. Make sure to like and subscribe, and tune in next week on Simply You. Be here, be real, be you with Carly Basham. Thank you guys. Bye.